Are you looking to enhance your mental wellness? If so, I've got 10 wonderful DBT mindfulness exercises that you can use to hit peak mental health. DBT, or Dialectical Behavior Therapy, is a form of therapy created in the 1970s by Marshall Leinen, and it's a wonderful way for controlling intense emotions, helping those with borderline personality disorder, and just in general, enjoying good mental health. Here are my top 10 skills and exercises from DBT. Number 10, the STOP skill. Have you ever done something in a moment of intense emotions that you quickly regret? For instance, when I was a teenager, I blurted out, "I love you," to one of the girls in the year above me who happened to be my favorite person. That didn't go well and was really, really, really embarrassing. Well, the STOP skill is designed to stop moments like that from happening. STOP stands for stop, take a step back, observe, and be mindful. So to go back to my example as a teenager with this girl I was madly in love with, had I done the STOP skill, I would have said, stop, take a step back, observe what's happening, you're experiencing a moment of emotion, and be mindful. In other words, don't choose to shout out, "I love you," like a loon. Maybe just say, "Hey, how you doing?" Number 9, naming and describing. This is a very, very simple DBT exercise to do, and it's essentially just about observing the emotion that we are experiencing and naming it. Now, if you've ever done any kind of Buddhist meditation, you probably come across Vipassana, which is a meditation in which we observe mental phenomena and then describe them and label them. Research shows that this simple technique helps to increase our emotional awareness and our emotional control. And again, very simple. All you have to do is just observe the emotion that you're feeling and then choose the name for it. That by itself will give you more control over your emotions. Number 8, pleasant activities. Do you ever go through long periods of time in which you don't actually plan anything enjoyable for yourself? I've been there. Yes, as part of my own borderline personality disorder that I've suffered from for 30 years, one part of it is a real problem with self-identity, and because of that, I find it pretty difficult to plan nice things for myself. Well, this is where this activity comes in, the pleasant activities exercise. All we do is choose something pleasant to do. It could be something very simple, such as going for a walk in a nice public park, to something maybe a bit more challenging, such as booking a vacation. We then plan to do that activity and do it, and when we do it mindfully, enjoying it as much as we possibly can. Number 7, dialectics. Do you ever experience moments where something seems entirely good or entirely bad? For instance, and this is classic for people with BPD, if you're in a romantic relationship, there might be times when you view your significant other as being the most perfect thing in the world, faultless. And then there might be times when you think they're the worst person ever. That's called splitting. It's about seeing only one side of things, all good or all bad. Well, dialectics is designed to help with that. Dialectics is essentially the notion that two things that are seemingly opposite can be true. For instance, it's about acknowledging that your significant other, yes, has positive qualities and also has negative qualities. It also helps with our relationship to ourselves. For instance, let's say that we have something that we judge ourselves for. Perhaps we are overweight and we're being judgmental about being overweight. Well, with dialectics, we would be able to say, yes, I am overweight and that's a bad thing, but I can also accept the fact that I'm overweight and work on it in a positive way. And that is dialectics. Number 6, wise mind. many people get locked into either their rational mind or their emotional mind. And there might be moments when you are entirely emotional, moments when you're entirely rational, or if you're me, you might just be an emotional vortex tsunami thing like all the time. Hey, I'm working on it. So wise mind is all about that middle ground between the rational mind and the emotional mind. So when we engage our wise mind, we're working with both the emotional mind and the rational mind. And that's a much better place to be because it engages all our mental faculty and we get that more balanced perspective between rationality and emotion. So that is wise mind. And on this channel, I do have a wise mind meditation that you can use. Number 5, Dear Man, Give Fast. Dear Man, Give Fast is all about mindful communication, and it's a very long, painfully long acronym. So Dear Man, Give Fast basically stands for, and by the way, I have a little note down there in case I pause this up. Shh, don't tell anyone. Okay, so Dear Man stands for describe, express, assert, reinforce, be mindful, appear confident, negotiate, be gentle, be interested, validate, be easy, be fair, don't apologize without a reason, stick to your values, and be tactful. Whew, that's quite a mouthful, isn't it? I feel like I need a glass of water now. Okay, so Dear Man, Give Fast is basically all about interpersonal effectiveness, and it's a strategy that we use to be interpersonally effective. It's pretty in-depth, which is why in the comments below I'm actually going to share a link to my article on DBT skills, from which you can find a worksheet on Dear Man, Give Fast. But that is number 5. Number 4, ABC. A, B, C, D, yes, 1, 2, 3. ABC stands for accumulate positive experiences, build mastery, and cope ahead. ABC. So the first step of ABC is accumulate positive experiences. So this is basically finding ways to inject little bits of happiness and enjoyment into your day-to-day life. For instance, maybe you're at work, but maybe you can go for a walk in a public park. Note that I'm a big fan of going for a walk in a public park. During your work day, maybe you can insert a meditation here and there. Just finding little enjoyable things that you can insert into your life. Mastery is all about building on your skills, and it doesn't necessarily matter which skills you build on. Anytime that you build on a skill, you're empowering yourself and you're showing yourself that you're able to develop. That creates a sense of hope and optimism rather than hopelessness. So find some things that you can work on to build mastery skills. For instance, right now, I've been learning piano for 35 years. I'm currently learning Spanish. I'm constantly evolving my spirituality. And so things like that you can choose as skills or sort of topics to build on, that will give you a sense of self-development and of optimism rather than hopelessness. And finally, cope ahead. As simple as it sounds, be mindful that there are going to be times in the future when you experience intense emotions, and take proactive steps right now before they happen to manage them. So you're basically giving yourself tools right now that you can use the next time you experience an intense emotion. And that is ABC. Number 3, mindful breathing. Do you know what? I very, very nearly did not include mindful breathing in this list of DBT exercises. The reason being is that I'm a meditation teacher. I constantly create content about meditation. And so for this list, I kind of wanted to go a different route. Route. Well, I truly am becoming Americanized. But it would be stupid to not include mindful breathing, because it's such a foundational exercise for the entire DBT framework. You already know how to breathe mindfully, but if you have been staring at a wall dissociating for the past 50 years, then you can find plenty of exercises on mindful breathing on our YouTube channel and on thedailymeditation.com. So let's move on. Number 2, body scan and somatic meditation. So body scan and somatic meditation are both body-focused meditation practices. Body scan is essentially scanning the sensations in your body from your head to your toe and back up. Somatic is similar, but it's more bodily led. Most meditations are led by the mind. Somatic meditation is entirely led by the body. The reason both of these are so excellent is because they tune us into all the signals and sensations that are occurring in the body. The body is sort of like an antenna for emotional states. For instance, anytime you experience an emotion, let's say you're experiencing anxiety, maybe you get those butterflies in your chest. It's an emotional state that's being communicated through the body. So what somatic and body scan meditation do is they tune the mind into the body. They train us to accept bodily sensations instead of being reactive to them. And because of that, we become more emotionally aware because we're aware of those sensations in the body that are communicating emotion. And we also become less reactive to our emotions. And again, body scan and somatic meditation are both exercises that you can find guided versions of on this YouTube channel and on thedailymeditation.com. Finally, my favorite one, numero uno, is opposite actions. You've probably noticed that through all these DBT exercises, what we've been doing is developing our ability to control our emotions and to be less led by our emotions. And that's fabulous. But here's an idea. What if we train ourselves to experience emotions, but do the opposite thing anyway? For instance, let's say you're feeling anxious about giving a workplace presentation. Okay, allow the anxiety to occur anyway, and just go and nail your presentation regardless. Or maybe you're just not feeling like doing your daily exercise. Maybe I'm not feeling like going for my hike after shooting this video, which I'm really not, but do it anyway. Just do it anyway. And so what opposite action is it saying, okay, I'm experiencing this emotion. I'm going to just do the thing anyway. And that trains your mind to say, okay, well, this is just an emotion occurring. That doesn't need to influence my actions. I can feel one way and do something anyway. And so that is my personal top 10 DBT exercises. There are many other DBT exercises which I teach in my private meditation lessons on thedailymeditation.com. Some of them I simply have not included in this top 10 list because they're not really mindfulness, and our channel's all about mindfulness and meditation. I hope you've enjoyed this top 10 list and that you find the DBT skills and exercises really helpful. To go further with this, want to book a meditation session with me? Well, maybe because I can't speak clearly. Want to book a meditation session with me on thedailymeditation.com. Thank you. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.